This video will show you how to process a standard properties invoice. From your BPM work list, select the invoice you would like to work with. The next screen will show your invoice details on the left and your invoice image on the right. Your invoice number, gross amount, invoice date, business unit, and vendor number have all been pre-populated using a program called Oracle Capture Recognition, or OCR. If any of this information is incorrect, you can change it at any time. The invoice number, gross amount, and invoice date you can change by simply clicking in the field and overwriting the information. Our business standards for check description is the account number we have with the vendor. If you do not know this information, or if we do not have an account number, you can enter anything that you would like to show on the check to let the vendor know how to apply payment. Comments are not mandatory, but if you would like to enter anything here to have associated with this invoice, please feel free to do so. Your business unit can be changed by simply clicking in the field and typing in the number, or using the lookup function, where you can look up business unit by number and by name. If you do change your business unit, it will also change the business unit name, and it will also change the approver that is associated with the new business unit. The vendor number can be changed by simply clicking in the field and changing it, or using the lookup function. Vendors can be looked up by ID and by name. If you change the vendor number, the vendor name and the vendor address will also change. The action you're going to take for this invoice is to have the invoice approved after you have completed it. Our next step is to code the invoice. Simply hit Add Line Item, click an account number, and enter your coding. Hit Tab. You will notice that the account description auto-populates according to the coding that you have entered. Enter your amount. If you do not know your account number, you can use the account lookup function, where you can look up object accounts according to that business unit. Also, if you do not know which code to use for this invoice, you can use the Voucher Lookup function, which will show the last 5 vouchers that were entered to this vendor and how they were coded. Next step is to enter your amount. Your GL description will default to the check description. If you would like anything different to show on your general ledger reporting, you can enter it here. After your invoice is fully coded, you will notice down below that your amount remaining to code is 0. Once this is at 0, and you have verified that your invoice number, gross amount, invoice date, business unit, and vendor number are all correct, you can send this off for final approval by simply hitting Complete. After you have completed your invoice, it will bring you back to your BPM work list, where you will notice that your invoice has disappeared, which means it has moved on to the approver for final approval.